What's up, guys? Luna Wolf from XS here. I haven't done a video in a while. I feel like I haven't done a face-to-face video in a while. You can see why I wear glasses right now, because if you look, I'm not looking at the camera. Now I'm looking at the camera. That's kind of why I wear glasses, so it kind of looks like I'm always looking at the camera. Plus, I really like these glasses. These were like the least crazy glasses I could find. And they're still like gold on the front. The rest of them had like jewelry and diamonds hanging off of them and stuff. These were the least crazy glasses I could find. I wanted to do some videos like I did when I was in England about my experiences in other countries and other places, because the England ones I really like doing. Y'all had a lot of really cool stuff over there that we don't have in America. I'm in Guam, but I'm kind of traveling. I'm constantly traveling the Pacific. I'm not always here, but Guam is a territory in like a U.S. territory, but it's weird because they don't get to vote in the election. They get all the support and everything from America, but you know, it's like Puerto Rico or any what's the other, the U.S. Virgin Islands or whatever. This kind of irritates me. The Guam, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, they can serve in the U.S. military, and I think once they serve, that gives them the right to vote. But if those people can serve, I feel like they should be able to vote for the president, but whatever, because he has a big say on what happens in the territory, the U.S. territories. Yeah, everybody's got territories, like England, Great Britain's got territories. Everybody's got territories, which it used to be a bad thing. Nowadays, it's a good thing because you get support, you get military support, all that stuff. There's no longer like slaves and stuff like that. But I wanted to talk about my experiences with the Japanese, the Chamorros. I hope I'm saying that right. I heard somewhere you say it like Chamorro, but I don't know, whatever. And the military. It's weird. Anywhere there is a military base, a large military base, there's going to be problems in that area. Which, I mean, I understand, like, I don't know, like military people, a lot of them, especially if it's an island like this, the Navy, they go out on these ships for months at a time, and then they come back in the port and they get like shore leave or whatever it's called, and then they go crazy because a lot of them are really young. I've never had that problem because I'm in a guard unit, and guard units, to explain it really quick, a guard unit, you're going to work there for 30 plus years, and you're going to be with the same people your whole life. It's like working for a business. Whereas like active duty and reserves and all that, you might not be there your whole life. You might not know those people all the time. So it's, I don't know, people never really like understand who you are, figure you out. Plus it's crazy. I don't know, people go out and party and set stuff on fire and whatnot. But to get down to it, the Chamorros, from what I've seen and heard, especially from some Chamorro people, I don't even know how to say that. They kind of, I'm not going to say they don't like the military, but they have a suspicious eye. You know what I'm saying? They like stare at them. They're like, all right, what's this guy going to set on fire or break? Which it's true. We have the ability, the American military has the ability to do really stupid things and screw it up for everybody. I told y'all the story about me trying to throw that guy out of the bar because he pushed me and this other dude, you know, which I thought it was the Bulgarian saved my life thing. I don't go out to cause a problem, but there are people who are looking for trouble. And the bad thing is, say I'm here in Guam and a local comes up and like punches my girlfriend, like if I have my girlfriend here or whatever, punches her or whatever, and then I defend and beat him up, it's going to make us look bad. Like the news will probably spin it in a way to where it'll make us look bad. So you kind of have to watch what you're willing, especially near a military base, you have to watch what you're willing to do. I try to be really respectful. I try and give people distance. I try not to do, like y'all know me on my Instagram, I like taking pictures, but I try not to take pictures of people, especially like I went to northern Japan, Misawa. It's a really clean neighborhood, real traditional Japanese. I was I wanted to take a picture of this van. It's on my Instagram, same name. Y'all can go look at it. I wanted to take a picture of this van, but the guy was standing there with the van, so I waited till he left, and then I took a picture of the van. Because it's disrespectful, especially in other countries. And I'm American, I'm military, so they have their eyes on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's watching you. Seriously, if you're white or black, you're American. Like, no lie. They're like, oh, he's white or black, that's an American. It doesn't matter if you're not, you know? But you just get labeled that. And I kind of understand it, but I hate it at the same time. I hate going into a bar just to sit by myself and have a drink and having people hassle me or stare at me the whole time. It happens. But I don't, like, I just thought it was weird. I wanted to know, like, what the turning point was. Because the Japanese took Guam in, like, what was it, 42 or something like that? 1940, I don't remember, 41. It was the American occupied, but the Japanese took the island and held it, I think, until like 1945 or something like that, 46, or it might have been 45, when the Americans finally came and took the island back. The Japanese people came over and they enslaved the Chamorro people, and they committed insane atrocities against the Chamorro people. Nowadays, it's a complete, like, the Chamorros, they sabotaged the Japanese every chance they could get. The Japanese kept catching them, cutting people's heads off in front of everybody. I watched a documentary while I was here about the people that survived it, and it's crazy what they did. It was bad. And finally, the Americans came back, took the island. Like, 2,000-something Marines stormed the island and took it. And it was just like, they said it was overwhelming, what the battle for Guam, which is really cool if you have a chance to look it up. But I wanted to know, like, now it's a completely different story. Back then, Chamorros hated the Japanese and they loved the Americans. They said that when the Americans came to the island to take it back from the Japanese, that the Chamorros, when they saw, like, the locals, when they saw the Americans, they, like, flagged them. They're like, hey, come over here, come over here, come over here. You know, and then they would point the Japanese out. They'd be like, they're all over there. Go kill them all. You know, like, get them off our island. Which this is played out through history, what I'm about to say. Now it's a completely different story. It's almost, I'm not saying that the oppressed, or whatever, that doesn't even make sense. The oppressed became the oppressed. We were never the oppressed, the Americans. But there was a turning point at some time where it flipped, and Chamorros and Japanese are now best of friends. Japanese make something like 73% of all tourism revenue here on the island. So I completely understand you being like, okay, y'all are giving us jobs. Y'all are spending a lot of money. It's helping our economy, because if the Japanese left, this island would probably collapse, because the Americans would have to send even more money to the island to like keep it afloat, because the island, like, these people, the Chamorros and the locals, they're going to be okay. This island has so much, like, you can farm here. There's so much fruit, so much food, all that stuff. They're going to be okay. But the island has, like, part of the island has built its structure on tourism. So if that tourism left, that part would just completely collapse. A lot of people would be out of jobs. It would not be good. I'm going way too long. I'm going to get to my point. I just think it's weird that now it's flipped. So the Chamorros and Japanese love each other, and everybody hates the military, which I understand. We have the capacity to be complete idiots. I went to Okinawa several days ago, and they were talking about, I was like, what's the last incident that happened between an American and a local? And they're like, well, it was, to my knowledge, it was an Air Force guy ran over an elderly man and killed him. He was drunk driving, ran over an elderly Okinawan man and killed him. And that makes us look so bad. Even if they took that guy and, like, hung him in the street and were like, okay, you see, we hung the American guy, they would still be mad at us for it. So, because that guy's, his career's over, and he's going to be, the dude that did that, he's going to be in prison for a very long time. Dishonorable discharge, he'll never be able to work for the government ever again. He'll never be able to hold certain types of jobs. He probably won't even be able to own a weapon again. They do that a lot to felons. But, I asked that. I have to look that up and be like, all right, what's the last thing that happened? Because something always happens. There's always some military guys killing some local or doing something completely stupid. And it's so annoying because y'all know me. I just want to sit on the beach. I want to relax. I want to drink beer. And that's it. That's all I want to do on my days off. I don't want to bother nobody. I try and be respectful to everybody. The other day I was cleaning up trash. And people were still looking at me like bad. Like, oh, like the Japanese. I was picking up trash. Didn't even notice I was walking next to these Japanese that were laying on a blanket on the beach, and they kind of like jumped up and like looked at me for a minute and then kind of went back about their business. And I'm picking up trash like I'd been there for an hour, But I get it. That doesn't mean I have to like it. I understand that Americans do stupid things. The military, any military, does stupid things when they're given leave. You know what I'm saying? When they're when it's R&R, when they're going to relax or whatever. They drink way too much and they do stupid things. Me, if I drink too much, I crawl back to my hotel and I go to sleep. Usually I'll try and like find some food, then I'll crawl back to my hotel, go to sleep. I guess it's because I'm older now. I hit this point where I'm like, oh man, I need to quit drinking and go home. So that could be, but I mean, I had that when I was younger. I didn't like getting drunk, I've never liked getting drunk. I like drinking a couple beers, getting a buzz. I never like getting drunk, and it just doesn't feel good. I don't like being in public when it happens. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. I doubt anybody from Guam will watch this video. I was kind of timid about doing videos about Guam. This one was kind of boring. They're gonna get better. I have some other stories that I'm gonna try and cut to the point a lot quicker than 12 minutes, which is at now. But I don't know. Anyways, if you've ever been to the Pacific Islands, let me know. And if you've ever been around a military base, let me know what's happened. Because we do stupid things, but I mean, it's a very, very small percentage, and then the majority gets blamed. Like, I get blamed. I'm just picking up trash on a beach, and then later I'm going to hang out on that beach, drink beer. But they're like, look at that American over there. He's going to set something on fire and kill somebody. I'm like, no, man, that ain't me. But I just thought that was fun. I wonder at what point did it happen when the locals in Guam were finally like, you know what? These Americans are annoying. I like the Japanese better. Like, I just want to know when that happened. What was the turning point? I guarantee you it was somebody killed some American killed a local, and then they were like, no more. We're no longer friends. But anyways, guys, appreciate y'all watching. Check me out. I hadn't done this in so long. Check me out SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter. Like always, check me out in the streets.